Hello and welcome back to another video in the Lego room. Well, at least it's in the Lego room for a couple more minutes at least, because we are about to head out on the road and spend the Christmas week, or the sort of 7 to 10 days between Christmas and New Year, in a couple of different cities. And I'm going to take the camera along and we're going to sort of vlog a few little bits and pieces of it, see if we can throw a Christmas and New Year vlog together. And yeah, we'll be in 4 different cities during the course of the next sort of 7 to 10 days, so quite hectic, and hopefully there'll be some fun sort of nerdy Lego stuff along the way. But I thought I'd take you guys along. I know a lot of people like these vlog style videos, and yeah, before we get going I do have to open a gift that I've received from a lady who me and my wife know quite well, who always seems to find or get me retired Lego, or just Lego sets that you just can't get anymore. So I've had a little shake of the box and it sounds as though it's Lego, so I'm going to open that on camera before we leave, just in case it's an absolute gem. Let's find out what it is. Okay, so we've got a gift here we're going to open before we go away. Now this is from a lady who has a history of buying or finding me retired Lego. I seem to always get sets that just you can't get on shelves anymore. So I'm very curious to see what this actually is and see if it's any good. Let's open it before we go away. And yeah, let's see what's in here. I'm very, very curious. Ooh. Oh, nice. I'm pretty sure this is a gift for purchase. The box is a little bit. Oh, that's cool. Again, something that I would never expect to receive, and definitely you can't get this on shelves, so that's awesome. But I'm so curious as to how she managed to acquire this. Yeah, another one for the History Week, so thank you. I'm saying thank you like she's watching. Yeah, you can see there it's a little bit dinged up, and like I said in the beginning, I don't know if it's from maybe a charity shop or maybe it's a car boot sale kind of thing, but yeah, appreciate it anyway. It always manages to find the most random sort of Lego things that you just wouldn't be able to sort of purchase or you'd find anywhere else. So yeah, awesome. Probably build it, to be honest, because I'm not exactly going to resell that, to be fair, further down the line. So we'll have a little look at that probably in the new year on the channel. And we didn't actually film any of the trip down on the days before, nor indeed anything on Christmas Eve. So what you're seeing here is a live shot of stuff from Christmas morning in what was my old bedroom as a kid that's been renovated since. And you can see a couple of cool things I got in my stock, including that Lightning McQueen, which I thought was really fun. Very grateful for that from Mrs. Bricker. You can see what I got during the video that I released a couple of days after Christmas, showing what I got on Christmas Day. Got a little light there as well, so I can do some filming from my phone, which will come in handy towards the back end of this video. Oh,
I do like it.
Disney nerd.
Oh no, I do like this.
In London.
In London. And we're so close to the front, we're practically on stage. And this is, of course, Mrs. Bricker finding out we're going to London. We're also going to see Wicked, which is something she has wanted to see for a very, very long time.
I went a bit over budget. Sorry. Lol.
Not on the card, though. The card was dreadful. Because that's what happens when you leave the card until Christmas Eve. Don't leave it this late for your card. And I showed this off in the Christmas haul, but it is the beautiful illustration of the Harry Potter book. Go and check that out if you haven't already. And here's the Galactic Mother opening her Lego Christmas present.
Ready to show it? Oh my goodness.
What is it?
Oh, I can't see.
Like £1,000, isn't it?
I wish that would be a great present to go. £1,000.
That's it. I don't know where to put the burrow. Where am I going to put this?
A little overwhelmed there for sure, but definitely very, very grateful. Very important to the channel as well. The Galactic Mother, she it does quite a lot for us as a family. So Merry Christmas to her and a lot of love. And there it is as well. And you may have already seen on the channel that I have this set myself, and it's a really nice set. It'll certainly keep her busy. Lots of fiddly 1 and 2 stud pieces to put that beautiful landscape together. And impatience was definitely getting the better of me, but I did leave it until last. It was the last present open, and it was a beautiful one, and you've probably already seen it on the channel before. It is, of course, the Dark Falcon, and really pleased about this one, and one that I will need to get building very, very shortly. I also received a buildable C-3PO from Mrs. Bricker as well as a couple of Lego gift cards as well, which have already been spent, and we've got the Durmstrad ship on the way.
Why her Liz headphones?
You know what it is?
Why her Liz?
Wireless headphones! We also got really appropriately for this channel some build and play crackers, which were, I'm not going to say Lego bricks because they're not Lego bricks, but they are building blocks, and very, very, very small blocks, as you will see in the upcoming clips. And a couple of different things you could build: Santa, Rudolph, an elf, a train, all the sort of Christmas gizmos and gadgets. And Mrs. Bricker led the charge in getting everybody to build their builds after the turkey dinner. And yeah, you will be able to see it in just a second. That is Santa, and it almost looks like a graphic from a 90s computer game, all those tiny little bricks, but they are pretty cool. And she's particularly pleased with her Rudolph, and it was all a little bit too much for some people. However, I didn't have the last laugh, because as I thought I was watching the NFL on Christmas on the old iPad, this is exactly what everybody else was seeing. Maybe it's time to grab some coffee and plough on through. You won't see a whole lot else from the Christmas Day and Boxing Day in this vlog. It's wasn't a lot filmed, to be totally honest, and I was trying to remain present with my family over this period. It's been an interesting and sometimes challenging year for us, and I wanted to be present and in the room with my family, and it was a really fun time. And you'll see in the upcoming clip, you might have laughter from the Galactic Mother, that we had a really enjoyable Boxing Day period.
Yay! Orange!
And that put us back on the road, and we were north with my family. We were heading back to base camp, as it were, before we headed south to Wales to spend some time with my wife's family and friends. And that gave me a chance to do my Lego Christmas haul video, which you may have already seen on the channel. It's weird doing this with 2 cameras on. Mrs. Bricker,
Yes.
how are you doing?
I'm struggling, I won't lie.
Yeah, we've been on the road, how long? 3 hours?
We left at 11:10, and it said it'll take 4 hours 50.
Yeah.
Somehow it's taken nearly 2.5 hours to 3 hours to do a 50-minute journey.
Yeah, it's going well.
So we're currently 2.5 hours delayed.
Yeah.
And I am hungry. But yeah, so.
You're good at closing these videos out, aren't you?
Well guys, see you at the next one.
How dare you? Yeah, and everyone's presents in the back.
Yeah.
If we ever get
If
there.
we ever get there.
That is insane.
Those cars are just like clothes. I mean, this Ratatouille soundtrack really doesn't add to the eeriness of it.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, me miming to welcome.
She just doesn't want to do it. It's Molly Farm. That's expensive. Like, but we like doing stuff like that. If we live.
Wow.
And me and Luke, we've literally got like.
Hey. and really nice to spend time with people we just generally don't get to spend a whole lot of time with living here in England. And a couple more Lego gift cards picked up along the way, which were invested further down the line in that Durmstrad ship. And also the Malfoy Manor that is now on its way. And we did take the opportunity to go to Smith's toy store whilst we were here. We've picked up a few bargains from here in the past, and you may have already seen this short video on the channel before, but we were slightly disappointed by the lack of Lego that was on shelves. One of every set just sort of making it sort of look more filled out than it actually was, which was a little bit disappointing. To be expected, of course, a couple of days after Christmas, but nothing that we were going to end up picking up in the end. And as you've probably already seen, if you've seen the short video, I did end up picking up a couple of Funko Pops, which was slightly better stocked items, and most of them in sale as well, so some real bargains there.
That was $4.25.
That is a joke.
That's illegal. We've been robbed in broad daylight. And these chips are grim.
Okay, well, try not to spoil me dinner.
That's why you do.
Let me get you 2 bags situated. Been here 2 minutes?
And I look pang.
3 minutes? And the next stop was into central London and Oxford Circus, and we took our opportunity. Some fantastic, beautiful lights on display, but it was rammed on the streets, so we did head quickly into Hamleys first just to check out what they had in terms of Lego and other nerdy things as well. Lots of Lego statues, which is to be expected. I never actually buy any Lego from Hamleys because of the inflated price that it seems to come at every time we seem to find ourselves in one of their stores. So that is one that we would not be picking up. I did like the little Niffler and Newt statue there. And we also then made our way to the Disney store, and you may have already seen this video on the channel. A little trip to the Disney store, some real cool stuff in there, including that Buzz Lightyear in the original sealed box. And if you want to see that video, this is the thumbnail for it, and you can go and check that out after this video. And you will see some Lego in there. You've got that giant R2D2 you may have already seen, and Thor as well with Stormbreaker there. And after that, it was on for a little bit more shopping, this time some clothes shopping, and back on the tube because we had dinner reservations as well. How nice does this look? And obviously Mrs. Bricker wanted an obligatory selfie in there as well, which I believe is now the thumbnail for the very video you are watching. Dinner was absolutely lovely. We were at Flatiron Steak, and for those that are aware, obviously a really nice dinner. We didn't pull the vlog camera out, however, to have dinner. This isn't that type of channel. We then made our way next door to watch my beloved Newcastle United beat Manchester, and here's a random video of a mouse at the train station. Very odd. The next day we made our way to the Lego store, the world famous Lego store at Leicester Square. I've already done a video about this trip and all the little things that we saw on this trip, and you can go and check that out. This is the thumbnail for it, but we did make a couple of purchases, and Mrs. Bricker helped me out at the pab wall as well. Mrs. Bricker was in really good spirits, and that is because her moment had arrived, the thing that she had been waiting for, the thing that I had grabbed for her as a Christmas gift earlier in the vlog, a trip to the West End to see her beloved Wicked in the West End Theatre. And it was a really nice theatre. It was a theatre that's had Wicked in it for the last 20 or so years, so the interior is now just all green, and we were really close to the front, which obviously was really nice for both of us. I actually enjoyed it as well. I know it's a very in vogue thing right now to watch Wicked, what with the film having come out. We then went out into the night sky, and really lovely lit up with all those lights in London. We also took the chance to grab a Slim Chickens, and there's my Lego bag from earlier in the day. It had been a long day and it had been a long trip, and one of which you can see many different videos that I've already done covering various different stores we went to, and including what I got for Christmas. And you can see any of these videos after this particular video. Thank you so much for watching. It's sincerely appreciated, and I'll leave it to Mrs. Bricker to close it out.
Well, guys, see you at the next one.